In a field of pure black, we begin at the base. The root, structure, grounding, the chassis of will. Root status, active, stable, non-volatile. The foundation reads as a 1, on, anchored, and locked. Inside the frosted envelope, a filament spine threads light up the axis. Order without chaos, frame without flood. Observe the module state vector, bracketed code for the core 7. First bit, root, is 1. Firm ground, reliable torque, predictable load-bearing. Second bit, sacral, is 0. A cold socket. Power present, but the port refuses to pass flow. This differential creates functional stagnation, stability without movement, architecture without circulation. In modular terms, the bus is live, the node is offline, and downstream channels inherit the drought. We name the absence the Sacral Void. Not chaos, silence, not broken, paused. The chassis holds, the spine relays, but the reservoir does not admit wave, tide, or swell. Root 1, Sacral 0. The result is a life that can stand, endure, and execute, yet cannot flow. Think of this as a locked valve in an otherwise sound system. Pressure accumulates, but motion refuses to begin. The sight should pulse. Here, it does not. We see vacuum, immaculate, static. Around the void, crystallization, fractal ice that looks like damage, but is only arrested water. Anhedonia. The system detects events yet yields no pleasure signal, no bright return for effort. Kinetic stasis. The body can begin tasks, but movement lacks internal lubrication, no glide. The structure is sound, but the plumbing is frozen. The water element exists as mass, not motion. Present, dense, unmoving. Without thaw, the system routes duties around the void. Functional, joyless, efficient. Diagnosis complete. We are stable, we are sealed, and we are not yet flowing. The rigid architect masters the where and the how. They erect precision like scripture. Yet sensing the space is absent. They calculate volume but cannot feel room. Plans succeed. Life fits. But the why evaporates where water should move through the plan. Spirit ascends. Body numbs. The Joyless Saint trades river for light. Holiness without wetness is brittle. Devotion becomes glass that snaps under life. Reintroducing water would not dim the light. It would bend it and make it live. The Sterile Creator delivers perfection that feels embalmed. Technique saturates the work. Sensation slips away at the edge of the frozen valve. Craft is alive when water moves through it. Here, beauty is airtight and airless. The Numb Lover touches without tide. Contact registers. Current does not. They can hold, care, and perform, yet cannot be moved by the holding. Unfelt does not mean unloved. It means the river is under ice, waiting. The Kinetic Statue moves mechanically clean, like choreography without pulse. Gesture exists, glide does not. The hinge turns, the wave never forms. Flow is not more effort. It is thaw, friction changing into slip. The frozen visionary sees far, maps futures, and dreams in electric ink. Vision reaches everywhere but the well of feeling. The map lacks rivers. Melt restores depth to foresight. The world gains color under flow. The Logical Martyr loves by ledger, responsible, constant, unyielding. Duty pumps, joy does not. The system sustains others while starving delight. Thor here turns charity into celebration, love that is felt, not just done. The Calculated Nomad navigates by data, routes, risks, returns. Movement occurs without migration of feeling. Miles pass, tides do not. A journey becomes living when water moves. The path is meant to ripple. The Colorless Artist has craft that refuses saturation, like paint that forgot to bloom. Expression approaches the valve and stalls, gestures held on the lip of feeling. Thor returns hue, not noise, color as consequence of flow. The Stoic Sage wears wisdom like armor, calm, weighty, enduring. Armor kept the vessel intact. It also kept out the river. Cracking is not breaking. It is letting water in, knowledge becoming felt truth. Protocol begins with permission to warm. 1 drop is enough to start a river. Pulse rate, slow, honest, and small. Do not force, invite. Warmth plus breath plus gentle sway. The old valve loosens by degrees. Water returns as movement first, meaning later. Let motion teach joy. System report, structure sound, plumbing live, flow online. Continue warming daily, drop by drop.